Thank you for that content, EG. You laugh, you lose by 1 up. They've already, I mean, that's their first piece. They have a lot more coming. Some good stuff there. I mean,
Fear's just dead inside.
He's just dead inside. Didn't laugh one time. On the couch next to me, I'm lucky to be joined by Chessie, my good friend. With look at this hat.
Woo.
Well, show the hat forward. That is some swaggy hat.
Sick hat, man.
I got it from my girlfriend.
Did you?
Good gift.
That's nice. Yeah, Sam, where'd you get your hat from?
Wait, no, I heard your girlfriend also gave Zach his haircut.
Yeah, she's a trader of all tools, pretty much.
That's pretty awesome.
Trader of all tools.
You wanted to talk about it?
No, I was just comparing hats. They're both pretty cool hats. What's your
I
hat?
just found mine.
You just found yours?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know, just somewhere random.
You just found it on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Sick.
It's a
All
free
right.
hat.
Yeah, that's cool. So, Sam, you watched the last series, pretty convincing 3-0 from VP.
Yeah, quite. It was expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this should be the best series of the day, though.
Thanks.
Like the most hype, at least.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I agree. That's definitely the most hype
Oh.
series. No, I mean for me it's the most hype too.
Yeah, because
Of the
Kinguin won,
remaining,
right?
you
So
know.
then, if Kinguin wins this, they're guaranteed first,
yeah,
right?
what's best for us? Like what do I want? To
You
happen
want
here?
EG to
3-0?
yeah, something like
You want
that,
EG
and then
to
you want to
But if
beat.
King win 3-0s, it's also okay for us.
Because then you
Yeah.
just have to beat EG and,
Yeah,
and a
so,
2-1.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I mean, this
Or
is
you can
the
just
be-
hope for some good DOTA, man.
Yeah,
Just
some
win
good
tomorrow.
Dota. That's all we want.
Just win
no,
tomorrow.
that's not what he wants.
You just want a 3-0 tomorrow, right? That's all you should care about.
Yeah.
You shouldn't care about what
I
happens
mean,
in
I
this.
guess, but you know, I give myself the best chances.
Well, this is great to see, Chessie, a former player in Boba and, a used-to-be player from DC. Like, it's good to see you guys talk,
This is
Great.
adorable.
You trying to
just
play?
call
I'm not
former
flaming you. I'm
players?
just saying, it's great because you guys played in the qualifiers a lot, right?
Yeah.
We played against each other for a long time. No?
We played a lot. Like, we
Ever
played a
since
lot
then.
of finals versus them the last few months.
Even then, when I first came to America, like
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I've known you for a long time, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's adorable.
Are you on my friends list?
Yeah.
I don't think.
No. We talked at the beginning of this year too, like before I started playing again, a little bit.
Okay.
And I said there's gonna be a lot of lands this year, and I said I'll probably see at some lands.
Do you see what Bulba's?
And
do
we
you see
did.
what-
It happened. So called it.
Do you see what Bulba's doing here?
What's he doing?
So first he's buddying up with Kyle. Now he's buddying with Chessie. He's trying to get onto Cole.
Coach Bulba confirmed.
He's trying to get on Cole.
Kappa.
No, but good stuff. So, Chessie, who are you rooting for in there? I know you're rooting for the best games possible, but you know both these teams. Are you rooting for your fellow Americans? Or are you going for the Europeans to upset the Americans so you're the best American team?
Honestly, you've been playing a lot of
Yeah.
cornhole here lately.
Oh,
these
yeah.
last couple of days, and if I got to root for anyone, it's gotta be Sumail God. Like that man is a beast.
Dude, he like the first day. Remember, he was garbage, and then today he was just
He's
smoking.
just stepping
kids
in.
at
I think
cornhole.
I think it's Phil. I think that's
No,
like he
Phil's
just
good.
brings out the best of Sumail. Probably both in Dota
talking about
and in
cornhole, right?
cornhole.
Cornhole, yeah.
Cornhole?
Did you?
I don't know.
Cornhole?
I don't know. If
I
it's-
played
I've never
cornhole
played
with
cornhole.
Greg
have our
yesterday.
Twitch chat audience, do they know what it is? Because before I came to America, I had
You did.
never
I
heard
Some
of
people know
cornhole
cornhole.
I mean, they're on
is.
the internet, right? They can hit that Google
Yeah,
button.
Google cornhole.
Definitely
if
don't
you know
Google
what it
like
is.
no.
Be careful,
Don't
be
Google
careful.
images though. I wouldn't Google images of
YouTube.
cornhole.
That's safer.
Yeah, definitely just go for the text. But that works too. And man, so EG King. I mean, what's the best matchup of that? Do you think it's gonna be middle, off lane, carry, supports?
No, I
Nisha.
think it's Nisha as their mid
It's
player.
Nisha. Well, oh, yeah, he plays the carry from the mid.
Yeah, well, it's Nisha
Whatever.
versus Sumail. 'Cause I think Nisha's like the rising player in Europe, right? I heard. I was on the bus here with Tall, and he was talking about how Nisha is like one of the better players like new players in Europe right now. So
And then look at
Gotta
Fear.
agree.
Do you think Fear actually smiles?
He
Like we
does.
just saw him. Like those are some funny jokes. Like
I would have left. I think.
Yeah, you would have laughed.
Yeah.
You'd have been Artesian Universe. Just couldn't
Yeah.
control yourself right there.
That was unfair. They put Fear versus Sumail. Sumail's just sitting there like, oh god, so intimidated.
Fear doesn't. Sumail doesn't even know half the jokes. Like who's Forrest Gump? Like I bet he doesn't know who Forrest Gump, right? That's a pretty older book. Like
Do you
think-
think Fear's like style translates into Dota? He's like this composed guy who's just like.
the thing is, if you hang out with
I
Fear,
think so.
he laughs a lot. It
He
just,
does laugh.
when he needs to control it, he controls it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
so
that's
he
why
needed
he's good
to
at the
control
big
it during the
stage.
contest
Yeah,
piece?
it's a contest.
Oh, actually, right. Yeah. He
Yeah.
won the contest. You're not supposed to laugh.
Yeah,
No, you're
exactly.
right.
But when when you talk to him, like he laughs a lot. He's a really fun guy to talk to.
He is. You see the team of Kinguin there. A lot of
Don't
people
lie to the public.
don't know what they look like. There they are, boys. Kinguin. Do you think we'll be seeing them at more lands after this? I mean, they got second place in a few lands.
Yeah, I mean,
qualifiers,
since
right?
Secret One Dream League and Liquid's gonna get invited to everything.
They're
Like,
definitely top contenders.
it's gonna be it's gonna be OG and Kinguin, right? The top two of Europe right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
we've seen them before. We met them in China as well. They're a great
Oh,
group
yeah.
of guys.
Oh, that's when
Very
you.
fun to hang out with for
Yep.
sure.
So you guys have gone back and forth with them a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then after you beat them, you hung out after party or?
Yeah,
Just chill?
yeah. The night before the after party, even. That's a great group, bunch of guys. Just
They're
basically
Polish,
just-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how Cal is. He's just like
Yeah.
running around to everyone, socializing with whoever
Making
he can.
friends, you know.
So he just kind of dragged them all into our practice room. So I think we had like 25 people in
Yeah.
our practice room that night before the after party. It was a
That's
long
good.
night.
Yeah, it's
it was
friends.
fun.
You know, sometimes when new teams come, like they don't know who to talk to, what to do, right? I'm sure you felt like that when you like started in Han.
What?
What are you
What's
looking
like,
at?
what is going on over there?
Nothing. He's just looking at me.
Sam,
funny.
can you?
He's just looking
Now,
at
if
me.
people
You guys are
didn't know-
talking, but he's looking at me.
I know Bulba actually has a secondary job as a wizard, and he's told me he can actually put a curse onto Fogged. Is this
Dude,
is
don't
this
make me
true?
do this on
Dude, please don't
Fogged.
do
Dude,
this.
just do it.
I got
Please
You
don't
have
do
the
this.
Elder Wand.
Oh
Technically,
no.
this is not the Elder Wand.
Is
What
that
is
what
it?
I
This
think
is
it
a-
is?
Harry's wand as a.
Harry
one.
had the
You don't
Elder
buy
Wand.
those
Kind of-
things.
Yeah,
kind of
but
wand
this is
is
a
it?
different wand. This is like the Phoenix one.
Oh, it's his. He had as
Yeah.
a kid. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can you do a curse on Bulba or on Fogged for us?
Oh,
So
God,
any
get me out.
like request here, like torture, taking him over.
Can you do the kill curse?
Okay.
No,
God.
don't
Can we
kill
just get me
Fogg,
out?
dude.
Please.
Avada Kedavra.
Oh God, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Please turn the game. Are they on the lobby yet? Get me out of here, dude.
I'm
That
cringing.
was so.
I don't like
No,
I'm so sorry, everyone. You have
Cringing,
to experience
Chelsea?
this.
Yeah, that's my first time up on a couch like this.
You're
I'm just
actually
like,
cringed.
what's happening?
We're just
Don't,
rooting.
don't make me cast
Jesse's
Imperio
cringed.
and Kyla and make him pick Sanking for himself.
What would that do?
Imperio, it's like one
Takes
of the
control, of
unforgivable
course.
where you take them over. You know the 3 unforgivable curses?
I should know. Like I'm actually a Harry Potter nerd myself, but
Yeah, it's
I don't
Imperio,
remember
the
this stuff.
killing curse. What's the other? Crucio.
Crucio's
Yeah.
the torture
Oh, you
one.
guys
Yeah.
actually know all this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, hell yeah, Harry Potter.
Yeah, I went to the Harry Potter world in the Universal just like a few months
Oh,
ago.
I heard that's
Yeah.
actually pretty sick.
Yeah, it was really
Very
fun.
cool.
You like the butterbeer there?
Yeah, I actually had one of those butter
really
beers.
good. Wait,
Yeah,
does
that was
it-
just like pure sugar, pretty much.
Really
But they were good. I liked it.
Is that what it tastes like? Just sugar beer?
No,
but
it
it's
tastes
actually
like
beer.
butterscotch, but like better.
Is it actually beer?
No.
No.
Are you
Why would you
serious?
drink it then?
It's really good. It tastes good.
Great.
Oh, okay, butterbeer. I don't know. It's
I mean, the butterbeer from Harry.
Oh, you're right,
it's
it's
not as good as
unalcoholic,
the one
you're
from Hogsmeade. So
Yeah, I was in Hogsmeade there.
yeah,
It was a
that's
good
not
time.
the
Did you
real
go
one,
on all those rides?
That's not
over
the
there?
real one.
Yeah,
It's not
it was
the real
nice.
man. The real one's in fucking London.
London?
I don't think it's actually real. Harry Potter world is not real, Sam.
It isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying the world is real somewhere. You don't know where.
All right, can we cut to a break? Or I can't be on the Japan.
It's hard to keep up with.
Do you have
Yeah, all right.
content or
Chessie,
something?
Chessie, back to you.
Yeah.
You've been in America for. I mean, you were here, like you said, what, 2 years ago, and you
Yeah.
just recently come back. Have you?
I've actually been here the whole
just, like,
time.
have you? Oh yeah, you were streaming.
Yeah.
For Cole. Yeah. How have you
Yeah.
enjoyed it? Like, was it hard? Like moving your whole life over here?
Not really. It's like I just do what I normally do at home. But when I'm at home, I'll just like go out with my friends and stuff. And here
Yeah.
I'm just like sitting at home with
Don't.
Amazon and
go out
just
with
ordering
Kyle.
my food in Uber Eats. Nah, you don't need to do that in America. You just have everything online. Your friends, shopping, food. You
You-
don't need to leave home.
You haven't
Sounds
gone to
lovely.
any like sports events or anything?
No, I'm just staying at home playing Dota.
Really? You want
With-
to go to
with
a
cats?
sports
Nah,
event? With the
I
ca- you-
actually haven't.
the
I-
cats.
I want to
They've
go
got
to. I
cats.
want to go to a football match. Can you take me to a
Football.
football match?
Yeah. Not this
American,
year, it's almost-
You call it American soccer? Is that what you call it?
No, we just call football. You call yours.
American soccer.
Wait, you want to go to soccer?
American soccer?
That's soccer.
No, American soccer.
You mean American football?
No, American soccer.
What's American soccer?
Yeah,
We're so
what-
bad at soccer.
but-
We didn't even
But-
qualify
but-
for the
whatever
World
you call
Cup.
football, but you don't use your feet. when
Yeah, you
play.
do. You have to kick a field goal.
Like one time.
Yeah, but you have fun doing it.
Okay, can you take me to one of those games?
Yeah, we'll go to one. It'll be absolutely great.
What game? What teams are good?
Why don't you give me this?
I don't even know
Tell me
anymore.
what's
I mean, I'm a fan of the
back.
Broncos. Hey guys, you just want to do your own couch over there or what?
No,
Dude,
he
he
took
just
it.
puts it in my crotch.
I wanted
I don't
to-
know what's wrong with this guy. Get him away from me.
Engorgio.
Engorgio.
All right, get me out of here.
Do you need that?
Oh my god. Can one of you pass me a monster? I actually need one now.
Do you want it?
No, I
You
don't
said
want
we-
yours.
you
I want
said
the
we
pink
share.
one. I want the
You
pink
said
one.
we'd share.
Absolutely. I'm not a big fan of tea.
Ashio pink
You don't want the
monster.
pink one? The pink one? All right. What do
Oh,
you
there's a
want?
whole fridge down here. I didn't even see it.
Do you want the pink
The
lemonade?
white one is
No,
the
no,
best,
the
I
pink,
think.
the actual pink color.
The pink lemonade one.
No, the pink color.
This one.
Yeah,
Pipe-
that's not
Pipeline-
lemonade.
Pipeline punch,
Yeah.
whatever.
Come on, dog.
Is
Crack
that,
one
is
of
that a
these
good
up.
monster?
I like it. It smells like flavorful.
What's it like? I don't
Good.
drink monsters. I don't know. The only one I drink is the
It smells
white
like
one
pineapple. You like
sometimes.
pineapple?
Yeah, I like pineapple.
It's like you want to take the first sip? I trust you.
Oh, that's what I said.
I hope. I
Trust
actually like it. I like the pink one.
You trust me?
It's very fruity.
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty good. All right.
It's good.
I'm definitely
I like
wiping this off, just so you know.
I'm safe, Grant. You can trust me.
No, you're good. It looks like we're gonna be about 2 minutes. It says.
It's fine.
We need 2 min
So
more. Yeah.
I'm just curious. Is it Dire or Radiant sided right now? Like the map in general? Would you guys say?
It was at Mars. It was 58%
Super
dire. Yeah.
It's pretty much just like whatever you're feeling for the day.
Whatever you think.
It's like what you want on last. If you want at Radiant Last, you're like, oh, Radiant's pretty good. And then you lose at Radiant and you're like, no, I don't like Radiant
Dire's pretty
anymore.
good.
Yeah, it's just like, they seem pretty even right now, I think.
That's the same with like first and second pick, or do you prefer one of the? I guess you don't
Nah,
have to say if you
that's
don't
a little
want.
different.
But
No,
it's a
first
little
and second pick more is consequential, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't draft, so I don't know. I just, you know.
What about you? You
That's
used to
scary,
draft
bro.
Bulba. What like?
I think first pick's easier. I think in the TI patch, I think maybe second pick had a bit bigger advantage, and then in this patch he got nerfed because the last pick mid was like really big in the mid matchups. I think.
Yeah.
But now I think like you just pick a Medusa mid and
Yeah.
who cares, you know? So I think first pick theoretically I think first pick's still better than second pick.
All right.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
So stat wise.
Especially you have these heroes like Morph and stuff like that, you know. And
Just cables actually. It's bugging me.
Just riding your
Dude,
butt or what?
it's bugging me. I don't know what's wrong.
All
with
right.
it.
Now I'm annoyed by you too. You shouldn't have said anything. man.
Dude, it's always in the way.
Alright, who's gonna win this game, guys?
Who's gonna? I mean, I think EG's pretty heavily favored to 3-0 him, right, guys?
you got top 4 at the major, so.
I'm just like surrounded by
VP.
NA people here.
I mean,
think.
you're surrounded by a guy sponsored by EG, a guy who two guys who used to be on EG.
Alright,
we don't
3-0
speak
Kinguin.
don't speak of those times.
If we're being honest,
Those are dark
I
times.
wanna say-
Kinguin is pretty good.
No,
They're really,
I
really
want to
good.
say, if I was being serious, probably 2-1 EG. I think Kinguin will take a game, and I mean, EG,
I can deal with that.
I think it's 2-1 either way. I don't think it'll be a 3-0 like some people
I
think.
agree.
I think Kinguin's gonna win the first game though. In EG fashion.
You think? What's
Dude,
EG
always
fashion?
loses the first game.
Okay.
I think
First
EG
game of
just
today.
played Liquid and Secret in the Dream League.
And
So I feel they lost, and they probably learned some things to maybe fix.
Yeah,
Is
it's pretty tough
is
to
it-
like prepare for this team, I think, because you
Yeah.
kind of know what they're gonna do. They
To
play
who?
like to Kinguin. They play very, very aggressive early on, and they try to pick all these like lane dominating heroes. Like they love the Razor, the AA, anything like that. And they just run over you in the lanes, and it's pretty tough to deal with that. So even if you come well prepared, you're gonna have like 6 other things they can do. So you kind of have to survive the lane stage against this team.
Yeah, their Shadow Shaman and like Earth Spirit. They picked what those two of the games.
2 in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
2 in
first
a row
2.
they
They just
picked it.
rush blink daggers on both.
Yeah, they actually just go for straight catching rather than these other items that we see other teams do, like Aether Lens and anything.
Yeah.
See what's
It does
Just
feel like
straight blinks.
they lack disables, right? Like in the first game, like every time you guys got ganked, you just TP'd out of it because they only like had the
Yes,
Shadow
I mean
Shaman,
yes
right?
and no. Like we were thinking that too, coming into the draft, that they were actually lacking some disables and some type of pickoff. So like a Storm, for example, that would have been a good option for us.
Yeah.
But
I
then
thought
coming
the- I
into the
thought that
game,
sniper
they
pick was good.
adapt. They just picked the blink
thought the
daggers
sniper
and-
pick
I thought
was
you
good
guys
too.
outdrafted them the first game.
Yeah,
personally.
yeah,
I
we
thought so too. That's
we
what we were
definitely
saying.
should have done better in the first game. Mistakes were made. We could have definitely won that game.
Okay.
It wasn't like a drafting issue, but they know like they know that they don't have enough pickoffs, so they get blink daggers on both of their supports. And
Yep. There you go. And well, guess what? We have a draft here. Look at those gifts. I love the gifts. It's like you're opening up a present. You know what I mean? It's great. No one else feels like that. All right.
Not
No, I
anymore,
do like
man.
it. They're adorable.
How the Christmas feels, Grant?
Yep. Do you like Christmas?
I like Christmas, yeah. I don't like Christmas music though. It's like
Really?
wherever I
Oh,
go,
+1.
they just
I
like
agree to that, dude.
itch themselves into my head and they just
It's
do
a
this
holly
totally-
jolly
Don't do that, man.
Christmas. It's the best time of the year. You don't like
God.
that?
No, even when you just do that,
Or
I just have it playing
Spirit.
on repeat, like as I go to bed tonight.
Ah, it's such a good
See,
song.
I think we assumed this one would be really contested between both these teams.
Both teams like you first picking Earth Spirit though, just solo. You don't see that as much,
Yeah,
right?
I don't really like
so
Earth Spirit
Kinguin's
as a
gonna
first pick.
Do the
Yeah.
Rasta opening, right? That's what
Yeah.
they did in. Was that what they did in the third game
but
versus
they
They
picked
did-
it with Earth Spirit though,
They
so
did
they don't
Shadow
have it now.
Shaman, or they did the AA +1.
Yeah, they really like picking AA with, like as they did against us with Morphling, because that's like the go-to counter against the hero.
Yeah.
So you kind of block pick.
The Morphs ban this game.
Yeah.
3 supports from Kinguin always bans Ogre. I've noticed they just
Those are fierce
Ban Ogre.
3 heroes.
Yeah.
By the way,
his only 3 years. Are you saying,
I
Sam?
like no. Most of the heroes he plays, it is
Yeah.
those 3.
Well,
Shadow
Go for the
Shaman.
Rasta anyways.
We
There
go for
it
that
is.
one.
Rasta and plus support. Oh,
Ooh,
Tide.
now.
Tide.
That's an early tie. What do you guys think about that?
how do you counter a Tide?
Razor.
Razor?
Just pick right. So do you
Ursa
think
is
they
fine
should?
too.
I haven't seen Urso that much lately though.
Me either.
No, but it's still fine. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty good this game too.
The thing about this new Tide hero, the gush is so strong. Like if you saw Secret play in the finals of a Dream League, It was Dreamlink, right?
Yeah, I mean Tide is definitely
They
very
just
strong.
played a tri-lane in Fada's lane with Tide, and he just went Gush level 1, and both games, like, they just kind of snowball that lane.
Oh,
Shadow.
Whoa.
They do like their Shadow Demon and
They do.
EG. They even
Yeah.
first picked it last event they were at.
The hero is definitely...
is there synergy here though? Are you worried about that or not really?
I mean, there's definitely synergy. You can instant stun off the disruption with their spirits, so
Soul Catcher's always nice for his Tide Hunter too.
yeah. I'm sure they're gonna be able to kill this Tide Hunter. Like
think-
EG really likes to pick one of these, like Gyrocopter or Luna, as just got banned out. One of those types of heroes
Also-
with this type of draft.
You also can't pull the lane versus SD. It's like Bane.
Mm-hmm.
You disrupt. Think about it. It's actually quite big, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially with new
pulling the
offlane.
offlane is so strong right now.
It's like every single game. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
It-
Supports are gonna battle the offlaners behind
Moo
the
is
tower.
always saying that like Dota is so weird right now as an offlaner because all you're literally doing is running and pulling the lane over and over.
Oh, this patch is like, it's like your mid or your carry is one of those Medusa heroes, and your offlane is just one of these heroes that just does that annoying thing, and you know what I mean. Your supports just sit there.
Yeah. I mean, even if you don't, even if you can't pull the lane yourself, you have a like support run over and do it.
It's a
for you.
very like
Yeah.
1 and 2 core focused patch if you think about it. Like helping your offlaner isn't as important as it was in the old patches, I feel.
How do you fix that then? Like, how do you fix it's not just pulling a lane?
Oh,
as
I
an
think like
offlaner?
right now
What do you do?
in Dota, I feel like right now there's like ancients are way too important. I feel because the incomes
Yes.
from ancients are like insanely higher than everything else. And creeps, if you look at the patch notes, like creeps, the lane creeps, there's more gold as well in them. So like ancients and lane creeps are the most important. And then it's like the whole like you can't pull anymore, so your supports like kind of don't really have like they need kind of a lane at some point to farm. So it's like all these kind of things mesh into like these heroes like Medusa just being way too strong because you're like a level 3 support. What do you do versus Medusa? It's like level 8 mid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly he's level 15 and you're level 6 or some shit. It's like that no one Medusa from the if you did you watch the Sacred games? He was so farmed actually.
He was
like a
absolutely massive.
Yeah, I didn't see
for,
all those
like,
games.
19-minute like Scotty or something like that with.
And he gets the level 20 talent right afterwards
They-
every single
Did
time.
what
they
do you
just
do?
not? Did they not contest it, or did they not ward it, or they
It's
just?
just
couldn't?
dead and undying mid. So how do you
Yeah.
contest that?
True.
So-
So what's EG gonna take? Either the Gyro or the Tiny for RTZ?
Oh, I love this duo, by the way. Secret also. It's like Kinguin has a very secret draft, except for the Rasta. Imagine that would be like a Yaps or Witch Doctor Rubik instead. But this Bounty Tide is like really good together, I feel like. Because Tide gives Bounty what he lacks in terms of team fight. And Bounty just like... Bounty's like a really good pub winner. If you want to like, those divine, like those heralds out there, if you want to win some pubs, play Bounty. Because this hero is so stupid right now.
He's just so disruptive because sentries are so expensive.
Yeah. So you literally just start with Orb of Venom, a set of Tangos, 2 Clarities, and a Sentry, and you're always gonna eat their Sentry. You know what I'm saying?
Gyrocopter? No, a bad.
Ooh,
I mean,
bad.
it's a good pick against Bounty Hunter specifically.
It's also good versus Tide, because
Yeah.
when you Ravage, you use your ult and you also shield off. So
Yeah.
So 2 saves. That's
Yeah, he's good against all of his tiers.
I've been seeing a lot of people use that Abaddon thing versus Tide. It's really cool.
it feels like you have a slow start on him though. It's kind of rough, right? You don't really have that much farm. You don't really do anything as an offlaner, or no?
what?
Like if Abaddon like has a bad start, isn't he like a super bad hero in the offlane?
Yeah, he needs like
Really
a
bad.
decent lane. The thing is like, this Bounty won't really be playing, I think, versus the Abaddon in lane.
Yeah,
so
it makes it safer to pick that Abaddon as well, because you're not gonna be up against this like Trident who's gonna zone you completely. And if they do devote 3 heroes to zoning the Abaddon, then you can just win the other 2 lanes and be fine with it.
Okay.
I think Tiny is still in the pool. I think Tiny is a really good 4th pick for EG. Like the
Yeah.
SD Tiny duo. I don't. Again, you saw MDL finals.
Yeah.
You guys were at MDL, right? Or no?
No.
No. Were you at MDL?
No.
No.
Okay,
No
sorry.
one was. No one went to MDL, dude.
Sorry.
Oh, they picked
Oh,
Trident.
the
They did
denied
Tiny.
pick.
They
That's
denied
denied.
it.
Yeah, that's
Like
nice.
the OG kept picking this like Fly plus no tail SD Tiny safe lane. They just kept killing the offlaner. So much damage with the Soul Catcher.
Yeah.
So what do they get for Ortiz? Like you said, the Luna was banned out. The Tiny. Do they just go Gyro? Do they go Comfort? Or
Maybe there's like
I still like the Gyro. They're lacking a little bit in the pickup department if they go Gyrocopter here, but I feel like their lane is just going to be so strong. Like, the Tide isn't going to be able to do anything, and Bounty Hunter can't really help the Tide against it either. This Gyrocopter could just like go completely out of control if they go for something like
It's
that.
like maybe a Life Stealer, but I never really seen him.
Yeah.
I don't think he enjoys that hero.
I think
Lifestealer is
Gyro's
good.
just much
He's
more
good
his
in this
fashion.
game, but if Tide Hunter gets a game, like if Bounty Hunter just keeps pulling and helps him get a game, then Lifestealer is pretty sad, I think.
I think
really-
you were saying too, like, dude, Ancients are so important, right? So there's a Tiny on the other team. You want to have a Gyro that can at least fall back on
That
Ancient.
4th pick Tiny steal from Kinguin, that was sick.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
that was
smart.
really good.
We'll see.
Jug.
That's an interesting
Yeah, our
pick.
tour definitely wanted the tiny fourth, I feel. So
We don't see this very often anymore. We saw Juggernaut being played in a series
Jug,
just before.
technically, he can be good because you can when he's spinning on you as tiny, you can't toss him anymore. You
Yeah.
also can't cancel his TP spin.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I think it's pretty minor though. Still,
Is
it's
there-
like
It-
it's,
it kinda
it's
almost
good,
co-
but you know.
Because I feel like what counters Jug is heroes that can, like think about all the Jug counters like Void, Axe. These all heroes like when Jug was very popular, right?
Yeah.
Beastmaster. These heroes all canceled him and stopped him from spinning and TPing out. So I do think that that is a big part of dealing with Jug as a hero because this hero, like the way especially our tour is going to play, is probably going to go battle free and split push, and you can't really. They don't really have a hero to cancel spin TP. So
Is there any chance for the super old school Sumail Magnus here? Is there any chance they just do something crazy or not at all?
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Well,
I was thinking something more like the Dragon Knight.
They need a fast. Yeah, I think DK is really good. They need a stun
Yeah.
on EG.
Yeah,
that's-
I wanted
that's
more
what I
catch,
feel as
but I
well.
don't think he wants to play like some
I mean,
int-based
if
core.
Elasash is a god, he will ban DK here.
Yeah, I think DK is the best
Oh, he
pick
bans
for, them,
Storm instead.
for EG.
I think
So he's not a god, is that what you're saying?
he's
Storm's still a
A
good.
demigod?
You're playing
Storm
against
is good.
Sumail
Yeah.
here, okay?
because that tiny pick was like
So he's a demigod. alright.
the tiny pick made him a demigod.
Shut up, Greg.
but the
But
DK
you always
made
gotta
him a
keep
god.
that hero in mind when you're playing against Sumail.
What here? Storm.
Yeah, Storm.
My thing with the Storm is it might have made EG's lineup a bit too slow, but Storm Abaddon is quite good together, so it's probably still fine.
All right. In
What
EG,
do they pick?
they
I mean,
want to.
DK is definitely a good solution for them. You just need this one. I mean, they need a frontliner as well, right? You don't
Yeah.
just want to have that Abaddon there, and you want someone who can go in first and initiate the fight at the same time. Like
Think-
Juggernaut is pretty weak being in front of everyone.
I think it's that and just like having. I think the catch is super important. Like they only have a spirit right now to catch stuff. Shadow Demon's not that reliable.
Why do you guys think they picked the Juggernaut? Like, the reason I can see this, I mean, as you
I
said,
think-
spin TP out is pretty
I think
good. You
that's the
can
best.
kind of just split lanes without dying that much. Rasta
It's
will
good
have a
versus,
blink at some point.
I think
Maybe
it's
killing the tide in the
yeah, it's a
lane.
kill lane.
That's
It's-
probably what it is, right?
Yeah, it's a kill lane. I think SD Jug also late game is pretty nice.
And
Those
then-
illusions are really
And
powerful.
in the NA pubs right now, because EG I think as a team they develop a lot of the strats from NA pubs. I don't know exactly how much, but Jug's like kind of popular in these NA pubs because you get the battle free so fast now, right?
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah.
And you also have high base. You have like high base attack time. Or I guess
Timber. That's
They-
not
yeah,
catch
they-
at all.
They got Timber.
Timber.
I mean, it's. I understand the principle of the Timber here. Like,
Hmm.
how does Timber ever die in this game right now?
Yeah, they don't have damage for him.
Isn't OD? Oh, they banned.
They
it.
banned it. Yeah.
I really like having Timber on your team as well when you're playing against this bounty
I think-
hunter,
I think
because bounty hunter don't touch him in the lane.
I think
at all.
Kinguin should pick Death Prophet. I think it's really good this game.
Yeah, I like that Prophet a lot here.
Because then you also dodge the tiny versus the Timber, and DP is one of the best heroes versus like he's just really good versus Abaddon, and he's good versus Timber. And like DP bounty is like an age old it's an age old combo.
I feel like Nisha will play something like a Tinker. Isn't that something more along
Yeah,
his style?
Tinker's insane this game. He really
Tinker
has no
looks really
counterplay
good too,
right now.
right?
Yeah. And it's so nice with bounty hunter on your team. Just keep tracking people and
Yeah.
rockets fly out all.
I'm trying to
over
think the
place.
Nisha heroes that I've seen him play recently.
Tinker, there's Templar.
That'll help the lane because I want to see him have a good lane
Templar's
versus
not that
Timber.
good here. I
Isn't
don't think.
Templar just fell off the map?
They played a lot in
They
Kinguin
did.
though. They really like it. It's a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
comfort pick for them. So I wouldn't be
I
surprised
see him
seeing
play
it.
a
but I
lot
don't-
of fucking Templar.
Yeah, but TA don't really do that well against Timber. I don't think.
Oh, Shadowfield.
Oh.
That's a good pick.
That
That's
is-
definitely a good pick.
Why?
I like it a lot.
He's
Why is it
really
a
good
good pick?
versus Timber.
Yeah.
He destroys
you
Timber.
destroy Timber. You get level 2 and the raises actually threaten Timber.
The,
So
the thing that Timber really
Ooh, I'd like
doesn't
that.
like here as well is that if they ever try to like send a hero to help the Timber and Kinguin do the same, then Timber just loses out on it.
Yeah.
He does not want another hero in his lane.
And now they've got another scaling core. They've got to go late game. They've got track with Shadow Fiend. That's movement speed's actually super nice with Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of this Timber pick from EG. I think that it should have been a DK.
I think it should have been DK as well. I completely agree.
But let's see.
So do you guys like Kinguin's draft? Are you saying?
I do.
definitely like
I like
Kinguin's
Kinguin's
draft
draft a
more.
lot.
Also, this Abaddon versus Tiny in like lane, like you'll get bursted before the like Rasta shackle into Tiny combo.
Combo, yeah.
Like he'll feed. I feel he needs help in this lane, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think
Yeah.
the
I don't know
there's
how
three
the
of us,
Abaddon's gonna lane here. I actually don't.
Well, I guess we can find out here in about
Yeah.
a minute when they get into the lanes. I'm hyped, guys. Are
It should
you?
be fun.
No, this is hype because this is an
What's
NA
up, Owen?
NA couch, but I feel like Kinguin now drafted EG quite hard this game.
+1.
That's my personal opinion.
But so you're
But we got
saying
Curtis
they
Spirit.
outdrafted them that hard by not picking a DK? If they picked DK, would you have chose EG?
I would have liked it
I
a
would
lot
have seen
more.
the last pick. Like
Yeah.
SF would have still been a really good pick, but I felt it would have been a bit closer.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm not a fan of the EG cores. You have Jug, Abaddon, and like how does the SD and the Earth Spirit kind of play this game? Like Earth Spirit.
How do you roam? Yeah.
Yeah, in the mid game, like Earth Spirit's all about you want like some hero to set up, at some point. Like, even the best Earth Spirit players, they don't always want to just rely on them initiating. Because Earth Spirit's like more of a team fight hero in the mid game, right? So
I like
feel
the
like
we
you-
ready and to disconnect there.
You also don't really have an answer for this SF at all. Like, he's just gonna have a completely free lane.
Wait, so they're switching the lanes. Wait, are they?
What?
Look at Arteezy's items and look at Sumail's.
oh,
Sumail does not have some mid items. Arteezy has mid items.
Yeah, that's good.
So
I
they're
mean,
gonna
they
try
kinda have
killing
to
him
do
with
something
Earth
like
Spirit.
Yeah,
Earth
I
Spirit
like
roll with
that. I
Jug.
like
I think
that.
that's a good adjustment.
If they can pull it off and like get a couple of kills on the SF,
Yeah.
they're gonna be all good.
so they want the Timber versus the Tide.
Timber versus Tide. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
I was like,
Timber
they had to
definitely
change
destroys
that.
Tide.
They definitely had
The thing
to
is,
fix it.
the Tide can do some cute shit, like you can pull the lane and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
so
I mean,
he'll-
at the end of the day,
he'll
but
both get farmed.
the further that lane goes, the
I
more
mean, at level
kill
6,
potential
obviously,
the
the
Timber's
Timber.
gonna have on
But you have to
Tide.
also think about, my problem with Timber as a hero in this patch is, like, I don't know if you played him a lot or what, but he feels way too slow. Like, he'll win his lane, he'll get fat, but he'll just die like that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a Shadow
You
Fiend.
need so
Yeah.
many items on this hero. You need, like, a hood, you need that Bloodstone. You also, like, you don't really do that much, like, damage compared to the other. You're not scary, you know what I mean? Like, you play versus a Medusa, you play versus, I guess, Shadow Fiend. You give this hero free farm, even tiny. They're gonna get this, like,
Yeah.
Lothars or some shit. They're gonna run at you. But
Yeah.
Timber, like, his timing is Bloodstone.
And-
What do you do?
And I mean, I know
still
what you're trying
can't-
to say. And
and-
then you
yeah.
die one time, and then you just don't have a game anymore.
And now that this is like such a good Silver Edge game. There's the Abaddon, there's the Timber Saw. You can actually Silver Edge both those heroes and just ruin them.
Yeah, but if EG can get away with having the superior like laning setup here, and they get off to a good start, I still think they can definitely run away with this game.
Mm-hmm.
So where does this bounty hunter want to be mostly? Does he want to sit middle or where
he's
does he
gonna
wanna
see
go?
the Timber bottom,
Yeah.
and I think he immediately leaves, and then I think he should fuck the Abaddon in lane. Sorry, he should mess with Abaddon.
Gracious.
This is
Sorry.
PG
You're
right
good.
here.
Sorry.
Bob, I'll tell you if you do anything wrong. You've been great so far. Real addition to the Summit couch here. We got a Universe actually getting swung down on
This
pretty
does a
hard
lot more
here.
damage than I thought.
And guys, by the way, did you look at the Bounty Hunter's items? Exactly what Bulba said earlier.
Whoa,
I've actually been spamming
sick
bounty.
call.
It's the
Dude,
only
it's
hero that
it's
can
like
win
a
these
fun
NA
hero.
pubs lately.
It's a fun hero in NA pubs too.
Should they have used a Clarity there before going into this?
Maybe.
Probably for maximum value.
He just needs to play mid and top, I think.
All right. And here we go. Roll's actually going to come in. It does hit. Fear's coming in a little bit late. Does he have the spin? There's the banish. Should
He's
be
dead.
a trap
He
spin.
did.
One right click into a spin, and yep. Looks like first blood is going to go to Arteezy.
That's exactly what it
That's
needed.
exactly what you called too.
Yeah, they needed to make that adjustment instead of putting.
Thing is,
Timber
this death, it's not that bad because the wave's gonna push onto SF's hill. It's gonna be on his hill for 2 waves now, and SF doesn't really care about that. Like right now, he died, but like these
Ooh.
early
Missed that last hit. Though.
these early deaths in lane, they nerfed it in this patch. Free the patch
They-
notes, they don't give much gold anymore.
They did definitely, but if SF were to get off to a better start, getting tons of souls and whatnot, he could just have ran this lane over.
Yeah.
And Arteezy is
Also-
a super good laner. Like he knows how to adapt to this.
Also, a big problem in this game is I feel that Kinguin didn't block for that stuff. Meanwhile, EG blocked for the jug, right?
Yeah.
So, but I guess the jug blocked his own lane.
Well, you can still. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of last hits being missed. It actually makes me
You get
so
stressed
angry
out.
when I cast games like
Ooh,
missing
was trying
easy
to toss
last
him back
hits.
there.
Like, I feel like, these little things in this patch matter so much. I felt like the bounty should have blocked mid for the SF. He should immediately ran top after blocking mid, and then he doesn't need to help SF the first wave, right? Because then the wave will be on SF's hill,
Yep.
and he fucks top lane, or screws top lane.
You can't stop.
But
him.
instead what happens is like, now this is all because the bounty didn't block mid. It's like people need to understand this one little mistake in this patch, it'll snowball in the lanes because you don't have a pull anymore. And now suddenly this is happening because of what happened earlier.
Uh-oh. And they're going in. Get a stop that so he can't get the combo off. We will see an orb
You
of
can stun toss him
mana.
back here.
Oh, these SD illusions.
Trying. Oh, they're just going for it. Yeah, the tiny illusion's destroying Shadow Demon, but Universe, he might have another shield coming up here in about 2. He might be okay here. Toss comes out. Arteezy actually solo kills middle?
No, Earth Spirit's mid.
Or Spirit's middle.
That doesn't really matter because Universe is going to TP back with full HP and mana.
This Tiny hasn't skilled a point in his tree grab. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's kind of what No-Tail does too, though. He went the toss and avalanche, right?
He gets
Yeah,
he gets the tree grab at 3.
Now pause comes out.
It's like alright, but
Yeah.
the tree grab is so good.
The
I
tree
think
is.
you want it.
You can harass with last hits. Like, that's the dream.
Yeah, exactly. And it's 100% cleave too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys were talking about the bottom lane. We haven't even looked down there, and I mean, it's 15-4 versus 4-0. You were right. Lane's going is about as bad as it can for the Tide.
Damn, I didn't think it would be that bad though.
I think
Can you get more last hits with
he
Anchor
needs
Smash?
he
or-
needs a Quelling Blade on the Tide.
Yeah.
That's like the big mistake. Because I feel you just pull the lane versus Timber and you don't really care.
Uh-oh. Is he just dead to Fear solo? I mean, he might steal it with the coil here. Take it.
Oh, beautiful.
Scoop it up, and they're up a full 1,000 plus already. 2 minutes in.
Well, what do you do as the Tide Hunter in this situation, though?
I think you just
when
by
you're this far
calling
behind.
you just pull the lane constantly.
I think now he's. I
Yeah,
think
but now
he
at
has
this
to do
point he
that.
can't. Like, even if he just tries to pull, you're just gonna keep getting further and further behind because the team
no,
can just
not
tank
pull
all
the lane
creeps.
as in pull the lane, but pull the lane aggro. The
You
lane.
mean by just like right-clicking
Yeah,
and pulling it back?
You with calling.
Oh,
You guys trade?
they trade. He miscoils Fear to save him, and then Fear comes back in. Gets the solo experience on the bounty. Now bottom, Sumail.
He says Soldering coming out.
How
or
do you
something now,
pronounce
right?
Brown's name? Is it Patos or Patos?
I mean, in Spanish, I would say patos because that's duck in Spanish.
All right.
I think I bought a Soldering. So at this point, when you get the Soldering up on
I'll
table, you
take.
can just spam spells.
Yeah.
You're gonna be real sad as Tide Hunter.
Yeah, this lane's.
One more point into reactive armor as well, and he can just let her sit under the tower. Tide can't do much about it.
It's my favorite watching just sit under like a tier 2 tower and the tier 1 still alive. It's great.
I've seen Miracle do that far too often.
Yeah. Oh,
See
another mid.
Mid now as well.
These last
Arteezy
hits.
is doing really well, and once you get to this point where you kind of hit level 6, then Shadow Fiend kind of have to leave the
Yeah,
lane,
Shadow-
and
SF
he's
already
already
jungle.
left the lane to go to the
Yeah.
jungle. Yeah.
With phase boots, you're out of the lane there.
Do you think that like Kinguin should have swapped their lanes earlier in the game, or?
No, he
they've done.
came back to exactly what Boba said earlier. He came, like
The
if they
bounty
block
didn't
that,
block.
if they block that lane and it doesn't die on level 1, it's a different game.
Yeah. The big thing is the bounty needed to start top. Like what EG did was really smart because like EG is a team, and I think the same with like they're like they understand the laning phase really well in general. Like they have really like they're smart. You know, SVG is their coach. He was on NP and shit. Like he's like really good at understanding these things. And if since he didn't start top, what they did was actually double wave into Rasta Tiny, and then when you double wave into them, like Rasta doesn't want to fight. It's like 6 creeps on like 5 creeps onto like 2 or 3, and then when you have like then you're suddenly zoned by all these creeps, and then suddenly the lane is just ruined. Like this one little mistake ruined like both mid and top lane for Kinguin, and that's like now they have to play a bit slower. But I
Yeah.
feel like if the bounty did the right play, then maybe it would have been a bit different.
Yeah, but this is actually really disastrous for Kinguin because they don't actually have a play to make now. Like, what do they do?
No,
at
they're
this
losing
point?
all 3 lanes now, right?
Yeah. So Shadow
Essentially.
Fiend can't even be in the lane anymore. He's just gone off to the jungle.
Well, there's a haster in top. Looks like he's gonna pick it up. Maybe they can do something with that. It's a level 3 bounty hunter, not the Rasta though. It's a little more difficult. They have that
Rasta's
ward
taking
top lane. They spotted Crit trying to gank him several times. It's just been sitting up there.
But they're putting their emphasis onto like this top lane right now because that's the only move they have to make. But what do they really accomplish? Even if they kill this Abaddon like 3 times, I don't think EG cares.
Yeah. Also, something to note about the SF hero, like look at all the successful teams right now with Shadow Fiend. It's like OG, probably the best SF team right now. I see them whenever they try lane mid with the SF at level 1. The Raze level 1 is like really strong. Navi
Yeah.
as well. They play SF a lot. I feel like that's kind of a very important thing to do with this hero. Like Jerax and Fly both just start mid every game on SF to ensure he gets the souls.
Trying to initiate. He had the shield up already, doing some damage. He has stick. Will it be enough? Looks like they can't quite get him. That miscoiled the
good
9.
deny. He still doesn't have a pointed trigger. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
does have it.
he got it at 4.
Is that the cutest thing in Dota? It's up to Tiny
Tree
with the
grab?
tree.
Side view.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Bulba. And there we go. They're actually going to hold him into place. Fear
Nice, good
in a
play.
lot of trouble. Goes down.
Also notice he put 2 points into toss at level 4 here. I think if he had 2 points in the stun instead, they would have killed that Abaddon as well without the deny. It increases the damage of your combo.
But you normally do toss, don't you? Or are you supposed to go 2 and
2
stun?
points.
Kind of
in
wants
Avalanche.
2-2-1 at level 5.
Okay, uh-oh.
2
There
points
we
in
go.
Avalanche is really
Crit's
valuable.
here. They're trying to kill him, and they're just slowly zooping him, and Sumail gets him. This guy, you said he needs to get items, but he is getting absolute free farm down here.
And now Ross has a TV down there as well, but he's not going to
What
be
can
able
he
to solo
do?
his team out. He can't actually do anything. That's
He could just die if he
this
gets hit.
is really bad.
Middle lane looks like it's just heroes converging. No one's really doing anything, but there's a bunch of heroes sitting
SF has
around
caught
it.
up really
It's
nicely
level
though.
7 already.
Yeah, it's classic SF. It's in the jungle.
He wants to be more accelerated than that, though. It's 7 minutes, and he's only level 7 on SF. So
Yeah,
does
Jog was
say
only
good
6
job,
though,
EG.
right?
Yeah, it does say that EG did a good job of shutting the SF down, though.
I mean, right now, the Timber, like, as a hero, he always takes your offlane tower if he has a good lane, right? The big thing about stopping this hero Snowball is not giving him the other tower, in a way. Because now he's going to push out this lane,
They're
pull,
going
and then he's
for
going
it.
to...
Nice.
Nice
Got the
deny, though.
deny.
Rasta
He's,
gets
he's going in hard here.
and Arteezy actually gets the kill middle, and they're going for another. Oh my, that's gonna be no vision. But they get the kill on Shadow being the important one. But it was a nice deny by Rasta, slowing down some of the team gold. But what do you do as Kinguin? Do you just get level 6 on Tide and 5-man, or what do you try to
I
do?
think you need to get some core items up. I don't know what item the Tiny is going for here, but yeah, maybe Shadow Blade? It's gonna get the Shadow Blade this game. I think if you can get the Shadow Blade on him, you still have the potential to kill the Timbersaw for quite a while in this game.
Shadow Blade or
like-
Blink? What's better?
Shadow Blade or what?
Blink this game.
I don't really like the Blink Dagger that much in this game. Like, what are you gonna kill if you get the Blink Dagger?
'Cause the way I see it is like the Tiny needs to make space for this SF in a way, right? Because like they kind of helped the Tiny and gave him a good start.
I don't think they can't let Sumail do this. They have to punish this.
They're trying
I
to.
don't know how this.
Rasta, oh, he knows he's there. Does half his HP. He's trying to run. Can they bring him down? Crit even just running through the tower with the double damage. I think. I can't tell anymore.
That's
The way
big
that Kinguin was
rotation.
playing it earlier today was just using the Ravage whenever it's off cooldown. I think that's their best way to get back in it.
But how do they do that? That's the problem, right?
I mean, if he's diving past tier 2, they have to be.
They need,
set
but they
up
need
a
to
little bit
already
earlier.
be ready, and it's like
Yeah.
the Tiny doesn't want to TP out of bottom to like maybe not kill the Timber. Like it has to be a for sure kill. Maybe the Rasta and the Tiny can smoke and kill the Timber with the Ravage, something like that. It has to be planned. It can't just be Havoc, because Sumail will just Timber chain out unless the Rasta gets the Hex off.
Chessie, how do you feel about the new Battle Fury? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Do
It
you think
feels
it's better
good to
than the old
buy.
one? It just feels better.
It just feels good to buy because of the build-up.
Remember in the days of people just loved buying Purse, you know? People would have loved this stuff in Dota 1 or even Han.
Dude, it gave damage and
Yeah.
HP and mana regen.
people just
No more
love it.
damage anymore.
Yeah.
So do you still want the Tiny to go for a Blink Dagger?
I'm not entirely sure, because like
I feel like
they're
you
both
can't
they're on
kill
the same
anything.
gold.
Yeah, like you generally want to do it when you play against this like Puck or Quap type hero that will just die to your timing.
Here we go, roll in. He's going to get the kick, not the roll. Willie ulti, he's just going to spin. It is level 4 and should just bring him down.
Shouldn't the
unless he
Tiny
has
TP
juice.
in here? Try get a return kill? No, it's hard. Also, SD is one of the better heroes versus Tiny too. The second spell. It's really good in the illusions.
What's the name of it?
Soul Catcher.
All right, why'd you say second spell if you knew it?
Just how you talk.
Trying to catch Sam off guard there.
I'm just trying. He knew though. This guy's good. Look at his little grin too. He knows he got me. I see.
I
Sam.
got you, man.
You
I
got
really
me.
got you.
So now he's gonna push this tower in with the third skill on Avernus.
Oh,
I,
it's just
I, I, I don't like that at all. Like they can't afford to
Oh,
be
is it?
greedy.
No, it's Tiny.
And looks like they're even gonna
I
defend
mean,
this
the
tower.
Tiny Blink is fine. They just need to be able to do something about this. They can't afford to be greedy at all on Kinguin right now. They just need to buckle up and get the early game items.
SF or the Rasta needs a 6-2. That's kind of the problem if you look at all the games where the teams have been losing. One team, the supports or their levels are just, they have nowhere really to get the levels, if you think about it. That's like kind of the problem in this patch. It's like your support needs this level, but you don't really have anywhere to get it besides a lane. But if you're losing your lanes, where do you really go?
Yeah. Please. That's a good route.
That's
I
a
like
good
that. He's gonna
ravage.
die for that.
Yeah, that's very worth
They
it.
needed that.
You see the increased raise damage there.
So they both have Blink Dagger queued up on Shadow Fiend and Tiny right now. I don't think they can afford to go 2 Blink Daggers like that. Like as soon as ED grouped up at 5, they don't really have a counterplay.
Tiny changed it to Lothar.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Now, Kinguin's just gonna lose their top tower. They know that Tiny TP'd bottom, and there's no Ravage, so this is gonna be a free top tower for EG. And EG should be able to also defend their bot tower, because Abaddon has a TP, and he has his ult, and I don't believe they can burst him that easily.
They actually send the Tide top.
It's gonna be a kill.
bad,
There
right?
you go. The instant has the raindrop, tanks some
Very
damage.
tanky.
They're doing a ton of damage though. That shield explodes. Level 4 does a bit. Looks like they'll be able to chase him down. They're gonna try. He rolls forward, but Universe already stopped attacking him.
High and hunter.
They're going for it. Stun comes out. When that shield explodes, might be enough to bring him down. He has the wand though. Let's go.
That's so good for them. That's so much space created.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Should
Seems
they
like he
just
knew his
killed the
limit pretty
tower?
well.
Tier 1 for tier 1.
That's really big.
They
for
got the
Kinguin.
bottom tower because of all that.
Yeah, Rasta Wars drop for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's
I think
Now
Kinguin is
Kinguin's-
doing a pretty good job at staying in this
Yeah,
game.
I agree. Now they've got both level 6s as well, both the supports.
I don't want him to buy Blink Dagger here though. He has Brown Boots straight into Blink Dagger. Granted, he does have a bunch of build up in his inventory, but I feel like he needs something else.
Feels like he's not right because he has 2,500 gold and he hasn't picked it up yet. He could have just gone side shop, right?
Artur's.
No, he hasn't been
He's
able
got a
to beat
battle
her yet.
fury already. Oh my god, it's 12 minutes in.
It is like
Radiant's
this hero gets to sight him so fast and then he doesn't die. He moves so fast and he attacks fast.
Let's say this is gonna be a A tier 2 for EG possibly. No one's rotating
Can we
up
check
here
what
yet.
item is Universe going medallion? Oh, he's
Is
going.
under attack.
Flats.
Flat drum.
There you go. This could be a tier 2 for a tier 2. They have the glyph still on
they're
Radiant
gonna
side.
try to defend this. They're not gonna give this up for
EG
free.
should defend this for sure, but they're a bit too slow.
You say that, but they're giving it up.
No, I think they're
They
going.
have Earth Spriddle. They should be able to fight this.
They're
Well, yeah,
coming.
they're coming in. There we go. They're going to go on the Tiny, who's tanking tower hits as well as the Earth Spirit. Tries to TP, but yeah, I mean, he's going to get
Oh,
banished.
Shadow
He's
Fiend
dead.
came in there and stole the tower hit real fast.
Well,
done
Shadow
by him.
Blade now.
But,
Sumail cleans up bounty.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, they still lost the tower,
they
but
go
they get
Blink
2
Dagger.
kills.
Yeah, he was going Blink Yule's build.
Like they're kind of just banking on the Tiny to be their right-click carry here, but I don't think this is the game plan they should have had. Like Shadow Fiend should be the right-click and Tiny should be the pick-off.
I
here.
felt that SF should have played as the one position this game, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he can go Blink Yules into this because I don't think he's gonna accomplish that much.
Trying to kill Sumail here.
Oh, you can't.
Just kidding.
What does Sumail have? Did he go Hood?
It's going Bloodstone. Rush.
Oh, so no Hood. What do you guys think about having no Hood against all his magic damage on Dire?
Especially
Is
versus,
it fine?
versus Tiny SF, right?
Yeah.
Feels like
I
it's
think he was
hard
having
not
such
to.
a good game. He just wants the Bloodstone faster. It's his reasoning.
I've seen a lot of games like that where you do get the Bloodstone and then you die a couple times because of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, nice
Oh, that's
spin.
unlucky.
Oh,
good
crit
silence
right
by
there.
Crit. He might die. He's going to try to go away, though. He has the healing ward. Nisha can't quite kill it. He's trying to.
Hey God.
Yeah, that was really well done. Super fast reactions.
Artur just fast with his fingers, Lee.
I think it's small.
Did you?
I was about to
Jesus.
say.
I just see him.
No,
grinning
no,
up
you
on
said
his
it.
big
Lately.
smile on his
He
face.
said
I said
lately.
lately.
He said lately.
But he was smiling
Nah,
a lot.
I was
I
not.
don't
I always smile though.
He said lately.
Guys, come
I
on.
got
Alright,
you.
nice.
They get
Okay,
fear.
there's games happening here.
I got you, Bubba.
Make your mind a
Me and
bit
Chessie
cleaner.
just look over and Bulba.
Put some
Biggest
bleach in
grin
your
on his
mind,
face.
man. Put some bleach in your mind.
Jeez.
Don't.
But don't do that.
Don't do that. No, it's 9 to 5. 14 minutes in.
It's
EG
really
still
not
up
that big a
2K.
lead right
It's
now.
not. And it feels like with Ravage, right? One Ravage, 4 man.
I mean, my only
Turn
problem
around.
right now is that the SF item build seems a bit questionable. You know, if Kyle was here, because I know Kyle loves talking about the item builds. He can talk about item builds for hours on end. Him and
Oh,
AY should be
I
best
know.
friends. But, yeah.
You get a lot of grief for your item builds, Chessie, or no?
Yes. Every day. All day, every day.
Did you listen to the
Last few
cast
months.
last? Like, 50% of the Dota talk was Kyle talking about BSJ's item builds.
Sounds about right.
Middle
Oh,
tower
they got
Roche
tempted to
now.
do Roche here. Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
says smoke. Doesn't look like they know, and it's
They get it for free. That's a
DD.
double damage picked up.
Lovely.
and he has a
Juggernaut
full
hits
Yasha
hard.
if he wants to purchase it.
My concern for Kinguin is how farmed Arteezy is.
Oh, this guy, he gets silenced up and stunned, and he crits. Doesn't need him. Arteezy gets the kill.
He crit on the last hit there.
Did he?
Yeah.
He
So
was
he was
dead
dead
anyways.
anyway.
Yeah, double damage.
But he did crit.
All right, my bad. Pardon me.
Kinga needs to split push. Because one thing about their lineup is that there's only really, I guess, Disruption and Earth Spirit stun.
Yeah, and ED is lacking the pick-off potential too to deal with the split pushing.
The problem is, what does Kingan really do when EG just attacks
this.
their racks with the Jug healing ward there, and
Yeah.
the Timber just making space?
I would still really like Sumail to pick up a hood here, like even after the blood.
Because they also have, like, if you think about it, they have, like, if the SD is in position and the Abaddon uses his ult, like the Ravage, you can kind of stop, like, disrupts one person,
Three
Abaddon
people.
uses ult, and then Abaddon uses shield on someone else, right?
Yeah.
So it is kind of a hard tide game for that reason. Like, they need to burst the SD. That's how it has to be.
There's a roll going in. They actually do find the bounty hunter. He's dusted up Fear. He's going to hit him with the ultimate. This guy's just going to slowly melt away while they fight in base and take this tower. And like you said, they're 50% off the tower. They're not doing
The
anything.
game could be decided right here if Kinguin doesn't win this fight.
It's going to be rough. It's a 4v5, no track, even if they get some kills here. Nisha, you just going to throw out a casual, cancel it, and they're just going to bring the tower down with spin. That's a 16-minute tier 3.
I think that was pretty good for Kinguin not to commit to that because they would have lost the entire game right there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So when do they commit to a fight? Like, what fight do you take?
I actually
Do
don't
you?
know,
No,
but
they
that was a
need
bad
to-
one because Bounty Hunter was already dead,
Yeah.
right? So
The way it has
one
to
hero
be is
short.
like they need to smoke SF since he went this item build. I think he needs to blink and ulti the SD on the Ravage, and then they need to like burst the SD immediately, and then they need to kite the fight.
So you're
'Cause
saying
they
they need
can
Blink
kite.
Tidehunter?
Yeah, they just need to burst the SD, and then they need to kite the fight. Like they need to make the fight long. It's like they're better in they're long fights, Kingan, because they have track and they can kite. The Tiny likes these long fights too. They need to burst someone and then kite, because EG doesn't really have any stuns.
Really good play by Fear. And his center set up there in really good position.
The demonic purge him on the backside though.
Yeah,
Tide, he
Ravage
wants to get
coming
up
in
and ult, and they know. The problem is, like you said, he pops ulti, shields him up, and just like that,
Yeah.
they kill
So
Fear.
that was
but-
the best way to put in the fight, though. Fear already was surprised.
Sumail's there
Should
now.
back out here.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy kill for the Shadow Shaman. And ulti comes out, and it's fully on Nisha there. His Yule's was up, but
Yeah, he didn't use Yule's or the illusion rune.
you know,
Now EG is going to take Rax, I assume. They have Vlad's on Universe.
that's the worst feeling too. You're a core
Jumps.
Shadow Fiend. You can't buy back and do anything. You just don't do stuff. No souls.
Yeah, I really think this SF needed to go for their different item go.
I didn't.
As we
Yeah, I
stressed
didn't.
before.
Like,
I don't
not a fan of it.
I know we talk a lot about about what Kinguin maybe did wrong, but I feel like the way EG supports play this game was like exceptional.
Yeah,
I
they've
do
done
think
really
they learned
well.
a lot from Dream League, because I feel like the highlight of Dream League was Puppy and Yapsor's support play.
Yeah.
Think about it, and Fada obviously, but the way the EG supports played, it wasn't really like normally you think EG they're gonna sit in their safe lane as 3 and just suck our sorry not suck. They're gonna be with Artur, and they
Suck
kind of
him
change it
off,
up. Now
yeah.
suddenly they're throwing Artur mid. They're first blooding mid, then Fear goes top, crits like roaming. It was really good play by the EG supports. I feel they kind of carried this game. Because I do think like Kinguin, in terms of draft, I feel like Kinguin had an opportunity to win this game, like a bit favored, but the way EG supports play this game was really good.
Yeah.
Especially Fear. I think Fear was like kind of the MVP for this game in his rotations. Like he helped the Abaddon, he won mid lane, he helped the Abaddon, he got a really good save off mid, he tanked the smoke gang, everything he did was like amazing.
Yeah, I feel like Ortiz has been doing really well this game as well. Like,
Yeah.
they were up only like 2k at one point, like 5 minutes ago, and then he managed to get out of that gank, won the lane mid pretty handily.
I mean, if you think about it, Artur won that lane because of the supports though, right? So
Yeah,
like,
that is
it all
true, that is
snowballs
true.
off that. Like, if
He's saying,
Artur
like,
just
one misstep from him, if he dies there in the bottom lane, suddenly the game is evened out. It's gonna look a bit different, but I agree with you.
Blink
I
Dagger,
think
Earth
everyone's been
Spirit.
playing well on EG, to be fair.
Is that going to change anything? Blink Dagger, Earth Spirit, can they do anything crazy or no?
That's EG.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. I was testing Bulb again. Thanks for helping him out,
Thanks,
Fog.
man.
Radiant's
Couch
top
buddies over there.
is under attack.
How
I'm
did
not even
Kinguin
saying
get
anything.
back
Boba's
into this
just
game
talking.
now?
Boba's got
What's
this
their
whole time.
play?
What?
What's Kinguin's play to get back into
I
this?
mean,
Just
they
the
just have to,
rabid
they have to
shadow,
take the
yeah,
team
yeah.
fight the same way. Like that's the problem, right? Like that's kind of why you first phase this Tide and EG literally countered this hero beyond hell. Like
I feel like they can just blow up the Timber, so like Shadow Fiend jumps in, Yules is the Timber, and Tidehunter blinks in and ravages.
They're going Universe.
the problem
that's
is
a
he has
tough
such high
kill.
bloodstone, he immediately respawns, right? He's gonna come back fast.
Seems like a real tough kill here to get. They're going to try to, though. He's going to pop his ulti. They're going to hold him in place. Nicely done
They
so
do
far.
Ravage
Can even
here.
happen. Chicken goes down. The full Vlad's dies, actually.
Ravage?
He didn't even get it. Looks like ulti from both. They get a kill, and now they're just going to push the base here.
Oh,
But ulti
this
comes
bad.
in, and it's doing a ton of damage. They're just going to easily bring down the bounty hunter. Universe can't fight back, but see you later, rest of Kinguin. They're just running it. I don't think they're going to get away.
I want to see how much damage Sumail did in that fight. He did so much damage there.
Well, don't rush it, Chess. We don't know yet. Fight's still going.
Fight's over again.
All right, let's see how much damage he did here.
Oh, Jug did more.
Dyer's middle
The Omni
barracks
Slash.
are
Did he have a
under
DD rune in that fight?
Yeah, he
I
must,
couldn't
he
see.
did
It was
a
just-
lot of damage.
They were clumped, right? I think they got like
The
extra
Battle
hit
Fury,
by the Battle
yeah,
Fury.
they got destroyed by the Battle Fury ulti. And well,
Oh, he did have a DD. Wow, Boba, you're.
are under
dude,
You're
this
genius.
guy, genius. I'm just
Yeah, they
staring
just
at him
dropped
right now.
so fast.
Dyer's
And well,
middle barracks.
the ranged,
When you become a wizard.
what kind of curse did you? Oh,
That was well played.
Sumail, he needs to chill out here. No, he just gets out. Now they're inside. Now Shadow Fiend, he's in a lot of trouble. He'll just drop right into the Whirling Blade again. He's gonna fly back in. Sumail, you're nuts, buddy. Hits him with the urn.
Like Sumail is always pressing his luck
Yeah,
a
he
lot
is.
when he's playing Timber, so
They have, like, if Bounty had like what a Spirit Vessel here, he couldn't do any of that stuff. But Biffs and nuts, you know what I'm saying, Chessie?
no,
Never heard that saying.
no.
Well, this is a big fight, though. Fear, he's pressing his luck, too. The healing ward's there, though. And look at, they're all getting healed up right now. Tree knocks him one in the head. Sumail just frontlining, full HP now. And now Spin comes forward. Look, they're like baiting him with a very far forward healing ward. They don't take it. Yeah, the saying is, if ifs and nuts were cherries and butts, it'd be Christmas every day of the year.
I have
repeat
never
it?
heard it in my
If
life.
ifs and nuts were cherries and butt, right? Is that Fog? Am I saying that right? You've heard the saying, right?
I'm pretty sure. I think you're saying it wrong.
I think I'm saying it wrong. But something about butts and cherries. You know what I'm saying, Bulba?
Yeah, man.
Like, he came up with
What
this
just
now.
happened?
No, that's a real saying. Someone will say it correctly in
never
chat.
heard- I've never
it's
heard
a
that
real
saying.
freaking saying.
Maybe they say that in
What? In where?
Well,
In
in
where,
where?
Boba?
What
In
are you
where,
gonna say? What are
Boba?
you
in
gonna say?
Alabama and
I'm from Colorado.
where people almost voted whatever.
Oh,
Let's not
oh
talk about
God,
Oh,
politics.
don't talk
We're
about
outta here.
politics,
that. Let's
dude.
not about that.
I read about something about that last night.
We won though. America won.
So Tide Hunter here.
That's all you need to know. America won.
Tide Hunter here, level almost 14. Oh my God. Going for pipe. So I mean, he didn't go blink. How do they blow someone up in the back line, right? You still want the blink Shadow Fiend ulti and Tide to get in there. How does Tide actually like get into the middle?
I feel like killing the Timbersaw is their only play. Like as you're saying, he's gonna
He's
respawn fast
aggressive.
because of the Bloodstone, but what other play do they
I
have?
just don't know how they kill him. Like it's so hard.
The
He's
problem,
fighting-
the problem is
so
the Shadow
tanky,
Fiend is like committed to this Yule's build, so that's what they have to do. But they can't do it in Juggernaut because it's just gonna spin.
And he's a BKB.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Gracious.
So I think
Tough.
the only play for them to actually win a fight now is to just Yule's the Timber in the air with Shadow Fiend, stand on top of him, cast your ult, and then Tide Hunter blinks in and ravages and disrupts everything that he can do. to
They've
back him
only
up.
got magical damage on the side of Kinguin. Like everyone's got no
Tiny
physical.
has some physical, but yeah,
It's
not
very
enough.
minimal,
Yeah.
It's hard.
especially walking into that lineup.
Yeah, but it all comes back to the way that they decided to itemize their cores, right?
Yeah.
He's going Silver Edge next. I mean, we saw, right? Universe was pushed out super far by himself. He had that Silver Edge right there. That would have been a super free kill. Maybe they can do something with that. Yeah. Well, Shadow Shaman just, I mean, you were talking about levels. Level 10, or Shadow Shaman just gets his 200 health now. He's struggling. But Shadow Demon's only 10 too.
They can still split the map a little bit here as well, but EG's just gonna wait for Roche to come up.
Right.
But they don't have that much pick-off potential from the side of EG, so it's pretty easy for Kinguin to just run away.
Have you played versus an Abaddon with that new item? It's the most annoying hero players.
Which one?
Oh, the 80% life one or whatever.
Yeah.
The
Aeon.
Aeon disc.
Aeon's it's actually
I
so
don't think
annoying.
I have. We played against an Ember with Aeon this one time at the LAN, like 2 LANs ago. Or
I play
whatever.
versus Spearbreaker and this. Every time
Okay.
you try and kill him, like stop it, like he just charges away. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like one of those items that doesn't really win you the game, but it's annoying as hell to players.
Wait, where was the Ember on LAN, or you were playing like a pub at the LAN?
No, we played. I can't remember which one it was. We were in Ukraine for a LAN like 2 months,
Yeah.
months ago, or a month ago, or something like that. But
Did
you
you
actually
lose?
can't kill him. Yeah, I think we lost. You actually can't kill him. Like whenever you try to go for him, he always procs his spell and he just jumps out. I don't know what the counterplay is.
It's the new meta. You guys haven't used it yet, though. You just played as an Ember. Maybe you should have Aeon dissed it.
Was he playing Ember?
No, he was.
was
I'm
like
saying their
Toronto.
team played Ember.
There were other issues in that game. I don't think we could have gotten to that point.
Want to talk about them?
The issues?
Yeah.
What happened in the game? I did
All I know
review
is
it a little bit. I was
the
playing Lone
Ember.
Druid.
The Ember felt like he gave Flame Guard more to the Morphling than actually using it on himself. Not
Oh,
Flame the
yeah.
Ember. It was the vibe I got.
I feel like talking about that game. I can't get through it.
Yep, and there we go, actually. Kinguin getting gone on. He's just going to ulti him. There's going to be no Ravage. And he just slaughters him.
TC is 8-0 and 5.
I mean,
He's a very farmed jug.
do cores, like, die anymore on the winning team in, like, games? Like, right when we were watching the Kinguin Cole game, like,
Yeah.
the winning team cores just never died.
I mean,
One
you
death
have
or
these
something.
heroes that will die. Like
Yeah.
Medusa's ahead. Like he might die in the early game, but
Yeah.
if he gets ahead, you have to really be out of position to die, right? With that hero. Same with Morphling.
Yeah, it all comes down to just them having a smart pick. Like you said, he's just always going to be able to spin TP out in this game. There's no real way to stop him.
And the Silver Edge, I mean, they have a gem. I believe it's actually up on Fear, though. But bottom lane, uh-oh. And he saw the counter push. He know he was blinking, splitting. Can he bring him down? He's going to hold him. But Sumail's here to help finish him off. It is
Looking
looking
for Universe.
very rough. They're going to find him. Still has shield. There's the Silver Edge, so he can't. But guess what? He can just proc it himself. Arcanerin will at least be able to steal that.
Track kill.
Oh, he removed the track.
All played.
Oh, but they get a
Oh,
gem.
that was the gem, so that's good. Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
But
well, they get it right back.
Sumail and Critter here now, and he actually gets the roll. It does hit onto him. Tiny in a little bit of trouble here. Gets the kick. Really bring him down. Demonic Purge doing a lot of damage. They're just going to hold him in place. He has the tree nearby, and there it is. Sumail.
Free Roshan.
Roshan. Look at that. 2 kills right by the Roche pit into Roshan.
Okay, so
Am I allowed to call this game? Is that a thing?
You're allowed.
It's looking like
I
it's
mean,
over.
would,
I'm
if
calling
I
it
ever
here.
called one of your games, would you be mad? Like if I knew it was over?
No, I would appreciate you for it.
All right.
not.
No.
You guys don't know, Grant is the realest caster out there. That's what you all need to know.
Thank
He always talks the truth. He's
Gets him
afraid
in
to
trouble
say it.
sometimes too. Hey man.
Nah, it's
It's okay. We all love you, Grant.
I mean, Bulba, we just casted a grand final. The grand finals for was it that? No, it was MD. What was it for?
I don't know. It was like some qualifier. It was Chessie was playing in that one, right?
Oh, you guys just casted recently.
Yeah.
It was like online. It was like Optic versus Cole.
Yeah.
You don't want to
cast
think.
them.
You don't remember those games.
I do remember. I
You
don't
probably
want
don't
to.
wanna-
I just saying we casted those.
You
You
probably
know?
don't want to remember those.
No, I wanna, but you know.
Jesus, Bulba.
What? I'm not
Just
blaming.
chill
I'm,
out,
I'm
dude.
being honest.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Jesus,
I appreciate it for
Bulba.
it.
No, I'm looking out for my Swedish bro.
Thanks.
You're Swedish, right?
I'm Swiss.
Don't tell him. Don't
You know
tell
how
him
many
that.
people get that wrong?
What?
Sweden and Switzerland?
Wait, are you actually Swiss?
No, he's lying. He's from Sweden.
Are you a Swiss? No. Well, why?
I've been to Switzerland. It's a nice country.
I've been to the airport.
Well, they're going
They're
in
really
here.
expensive.
The bounty hunter. I mean, he's just dead. Gets track off.
What were you doing in Switzerland? Bulba?
It was like, I don't know what I was doing there.
You don't know.
You
actually
don't know what
did
you were
nothing.
doing in Switzerland?
I
you
actually
just,
did nothing.
you showed up to Switzerland?
Yeah.
And I mean, EG, all they have left, or all they have to take is that bottom set of racks, but a tier 2 stands in their way.
This is a desperate move right here.
Yeah, I mean they
Alright,
have to do it.
guys.
They have no other
The
option.
Tiny just feels, I mean, Silver Edge and Ayasha. They're going to go. He has an Aegis, though, and look at behind him. They have the ward. Ward spots him out. Oh, they're going to find the easiest kill they can. He,
At least
Wait,
they
what
got
the
here.
Wait, did he BKB?
yeah, he, why, it just,
SF?
the B key just, like, wore off,
SF
too.
like BKB'd as he TP'd or something? was a misclick.
Yeah, he must have. Yeah, I saw that, too. It was just the very end. It just ended.
Lags.
Lags? All right.
Yeah, this SF is so fast.
He's cruising.
It's fast.
It feels real good
This
to
is
play
like
when you're this
the.
fast.
I think I saw a game where Cuckoo went this item build. He almost lost the game because
He
went
goes
this
S
item
and Y
build.
though too, right?
Yeah, I
He
don't
went
think he
some
full
meme
commit
builds.
for like
Yeah,
spell
but
casting.
Cuckoo went full ham. I felt if he just went a normal build, they would have won the game like 20 minutes earlier. But
Yeah, Limp is a real
Can't
big fan of
question
the duels
Cuckoo
as
God.
well. Like he will do it in pubs all the time. But then we play in a match with
Yeah, and
Kyle,
Kyle's
and
gonna
Kyle's
yell.
like, no.
I agree with Kyle on that one.
Well,
You
here
and
we
Kyle
go.
really agreeing on everything.
And they're just going in. We see a spin coming out from Arteezy on the back line. Sumail, he's just disrupting the back lines. This guy wants to get a Ravage off, but it's only Sumail. Now it's all of them. He's going to get a nice one. Arteezy was already BKB'd, unfortunately for them. And now a toss out onto the Timber. On the back line, though, it's going to... Yule soaks up a ton of that Juggernaut ulti, and no one's going down quite yet, except Sumail, who just gets shielded, and he's complete. He's just full HP, actually. I don't know what I'm saying. And now, toss in over there, and is anyone going to die here? It's just Sumail. Arteezy running at him.
They don't have enough
Buyback
damage.
coming.
They can't kill Sumo.
Sumail just didn't take damage the entire fight.
Honestly, the
Oh,
way that
because he has the Aeon.
He
the
does
way
have
that
the-
EG laned in this game is kind of what made them, you know, come back from. Like we all said, we thought that Kinguin had a better. grab
Whoa,
from the
whoa,
beginning, right?
yeah, you three absolutely did, yeah.
But then they switch up their lanes, and we're all kind of like,
The way
oh,
their supports
maybe
played
it's
and the
fine
way
now.
the lane.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
I think the biggest thing was what
Well,
Bobo was saying about the bounty hunter.
Arteezy
Starting
might lose Vegas, he does.
I mean, like I said, you either look at the glass half full or half empty. I like to think EG played, the supports played really well.
Yeah.
The bounty might have screwed up, but if
They did
EG
play
supports
super well.
did play well, you wouldn't have known the bounty screwed up. Touche.
Might see the G's
Touche.
getting dropped here. Yep, there they are.
And they call it.
Well, EG, they take game one of a 3-game series. If you don't know what a 3-game series is, it means you play 3 games.
I like the approach that they took, having just they picked this like last hero Timbersaw that can just go to the safe lane and then they can move around with Fear and with crit. Just gives them so many more options in the game.
Yeah, I agree, Fogged.
Thanks, dude.
What, I'm being honest.
What
Yeah,
could,
I know.
what could Kinguin have done differently if they knew like the exact lane setup that EG had? What should they have done differently? Because you kind of have to play SF mid either way, right? You don't think you can offlane SF against the Timber, so.
I mean,
could,
it would be
but-
new. Yeah, you could try it, see how that goes.
I mean, they couldn't really. They had to just play the lanes. Like the Rasta can't really go aggro, right?
Yeah. It all
So-
comes down to SF
It
has
comes
to play
down to
safer
the bounty,
and Bounty has to
not
block
block,
the lane.
and then they had to win that top lane because like the Tiny needed it to be like Tiny, like the fat Tiny. You know, his blink was his low whatever item he went. It was kind of slow, right?
Yeah.
So they needed to really win that top. The problem was that top lane. Like even though Abaddon died once or twice, if you looked at like he just TP'd back with full HP, full mana. He's like kind of keeping 3 people there. Meanwhile, like Sumail's dumpstering the Tide, and then Artur's just solo killing the SF and stuff.
I
So-
think they had a good plan coming into it for like what to do specifically against this bounty hunter because they just
Yeah.
picked this Timber
Hey,
Saw
crit.
and they're like, oh, we don't care about this hero anymore.
He's busy, dude.
They still have 2 more games, Bulba.
No, just,
Stop trying to
What were
get
you going to
into his
ask
head.
him?
no, I said, you have any thoughts about the second game? What are you going to do? But he's
Oh.
probably not going to answer that.
Yeah, Bulba, you want to, like, you
Yeah,
know.
he's gonna reveal it right here.
He is, and Well,
You need your wand back. Here you go, dude.
yeah, you lost your magic. So, I mean, that was game number 1. EG takes it, I would say, convincingly over Kinguin. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys said the draft in Kinguin's favor, but then right when the lanes came out, you guys said it was in EG's favor. You guys are just really, all three of you, what smart young gentlemen.
I didn't say anything. This was
Someone's
literally
on
just
their
them two
high
having a
horse.
conversation.
Who?
Grant.
I literally just gave all three of you. I said 3 people.
He thinks
I
he's
didn't
good
even
'cause
put
he thinks-
myself in
He
it.
thinks he's good because of cornhole.
I didn't even put my. I literally said you 3 are great. Did I not say that, Chessie?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I'm
How
on your
my
side.
high horse? Say something stupid.
Sumail's just smiling at you, dude. Why is Sumail smiling at you?
I think the
So
laning
mine, I have
stage
some
is,
good
is
memories,
so
man.
important in this
Yeah.
patch.
Okay.
Like it's super important the way you set up your lanes, and you can see this in a lot of different teams that they will
Yeah.
adapt like heavily. They will even have their off lane they play in the mid lane. They will have
Yeah.
their safe lane play
Or
in the off lane.
They just like swap it up, right? Like
Yeah.
I've seen Fada play safe lane a bunch of games. He's like some underlord safe lane. They put like this aggro kind of tri lane. They let their supports just kind of run around.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
about
also
getting
something
these
that
favorite
Kinguin
lanes.
is usually really good at getting these favorable
Yeah.
lanes, and you sometimes see ridiculous things like swapping lanes like 5 times over to get the matchup that you want. So.
Yeah.
All right, one more question. So, do you want to see Kinguin change their draft or just change their play style then, or just a complete overhaul? Or do you like the Tide? Because they've been playing Tide a lot, right? Do you still like him with the
His
Tide?
like his favorite offlanders like Doom, Panda, and Tide, I think.
and
I
Panda
see-
was banned out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did he play offlane versus you guys? Tide, right? Yeah.
Tide
Yeah.
twice.
Tied
I-
twice.
was
The
banned
games they won,
Tide.
they played Tide, right?
Yeah, we lost
so.
against Tide
Yeah,
2
what did,
times.
he, what did he play the other game, actually? I don't remember.
The second game, do you remember what he played? Panda?
I played
No.
against a Clockwork.
It was
Oh, he was
Clockwork.
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 Yeah. There you go.
Correct.
Nice. You're like, I played against the clock.
I was trying to memorize like what did I play
So do you
against in my
like? Do you
lane.
want to see the more aggressive Clockwork or just keep it here?
I mean,
For them.
whatever they can do to lose, so EG can 3-0, so it's best for us. So just keep
I-
playing Tide.
I think it's better if you know, we'll have to do the math. We'll have to do the math, and guess what? We're gonna have a break so we can do the math. What perfect timing, indeed. So
math.
stay tuned, and in a little bit, you're gonna see Game 2 of Kinguin versus EG.
Hype.